Hugh Bowman, Hakka Radiance is a horse that you've got a pretty good association with. 2 rides, 2 wins. You're back on board, and he's really found form.
Yeah, he certainly has, and I've ridden him a gallop between his last win and this start, so he feels fantastic. He's really just in a great vein of form, and hopefully can continue the winning ways.
You've clearly, Hugh, got on him at the right time. Obviously, he's won his last 3. I know Zach deputised for you last time out. Between yourself and Danny Shum, conversations you've had, what has been the making of him to find that winning form, do you think?
Well, I think to begin with, he was in Class 5, so that helped. But look, I just think he just looks really well, and he's enjoying his racing, and yeah, it's just going well. I mean, there's no trick to it. He's just found form.
He's drawn 11 here, Hugh. Now, he likes to race relatively prominently. How much sort of as an inconvenience might that be?
Well, I think he does like to roll along. So for his style of racing pattern, you know, assuming the pace is genuine or at somewhere around standard, I don't think it'll pose too much of a problem, actually. But, I mean, we don't really know how races are run until after they're run, so we'll have to go out with an open mind. But his style of racing shouldn't be too much of a detriment drawing 11.
Yeah, they've put him up another £9 as well, so he's got a step forward. But you mentioned him starting like in Class 5 on the winning streak. When he arrived here, I mean, he started in a much higher grade with a decent reputation, so there might be £1 or 2 still to play with, do you think?
Well, he's a beautiful looking horse. He's very athletic, and he's quite a strong horse. So, you know, I think he's certainly capable of carrying the weight, but again, it's going to depend on how the races run, and, you know, he's going to need some sort of peace or rest at some point, and if he gets that, well, he shouldn't be a problem.
I must ask you, Hugh, why I've got you here. Helios Express, happy with his run?
I was delighted with him. I think, you know, I was a little bit held up in the early and middle stages of the straight, which I'm not suggesting he would have run second, but it sort of prevented any chance of that happening. But he ran through the line really well, and, you know, after what was a bit of a lacklustre trial leading into it, it was nice to see him come back to the races in the form that he left last year in, and, you know, I can only see him improving into the international sprint in a few weeks' time.
Frankie Law, you've got Run Smart lining up on Wednesday night, having won last time out. More on the story and the jockey shortly, but nice to see the 3-year-old get the win.
Yes, this horse, when the horse come to Hong Kong, only 2-year-old, and but now it's getting better. Sometimes, you know, you work him horse lead time, yeah.
It did just look as if he needed a little bit of time, but I mean, the attitude he showed last time was a really good attitude, wasn't it?
Yes. Before, you know, I didn't realize the horse can lead by himself and then win the race. So a little bit surprise for me.
You've got Holly Doyle on. Let's touch on that, because the eagle-eyed amongst us would have realised that she rode the horse at Chester in England and won on the horse. Was that always the intention to book Holly?
Yes. When I know she come to Hong Kong, and I think this horse maybe put her back on should be better, because she know the horse. So that's why I put her on. Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously it paid dividends there. Drawn 10, you mentioned leading, obviously was good off the front last time. 10 just makes it a bit more difficult, doesn't it?
Yes. Also inside draw, I think have 1 or 2 will lead in front. So anyway, we try, and before in England, I think Holly, why this horse a midfield, but still can win the race. But anyway, just let her decide what to do. Yeah.
David, Amazing Gaze is an interesting horse for your stable. He's only had the 3 runs, all 3 of being good, albeit a bit lacklustre last time.
Just unlucky. He got held up badly and didn't get the breaks when he needed them. He's got Zach with a good gate, so he'll be one of the favourites and hard to beat.
It's just the right formula, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's worked quite a bit.
I guess if someone like Zach doesn't know what to do around there, we're probably clutching at straws, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't think he'll get lost at the Valley.
No, indeed. And what have you made of his 3 runs so far? I mean, he clearly is a horse of you know, a decent enough sort of ability.
Look, I'm sure in the future he's going to end up a horse that'll run over more distance. Okay. But I think at this stage in this class, a mile with the experience he's had around there should be perfect.
He's by rote out of a Giant's Causeway mare, so he certainly would think he could stretch out that little bit. How has he been since that last run? Is he sort of an easy horse to do?
Yeah, he's just developing and getting better and growing into his big frame. So, yeah, we're happy with him.
Probably comes as no surprise. You and Zach, 38% your strike rate this season.
Yeah, having K-ing helps, doesn't it? But I try and not annoy Zach unless I've got a bit of a chance.
Yeah, he likes the chances, that's for sure. He wants to be on the winners. Talking of K-ing rising, how did he come out of the weekend?
Yeah, look, he ate all his feed and trotted out sound, and really, I think he's going from strength to strength. It sounds crazy, a horse that's won 15 or 16 in a row, to say that he's still improving, but I really think he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked every inch of that, hasn't he? Really, on what he's done. 19 winners for the stable as well. Things are going really, really well.
Yeah, and we're leading on second on wins, and hopefully we can just stay competitive and keep slotting them in each week.
Karis Teetan, KYRUS Dragon is your ride coming up in the last race on Wednesday night. Good to see him get his head in front again.
Yeah, Nick, he's a horse actually that goes to races and always run his best. And of course, last time he had a good run through, and it was his first run. He felt good, and he won a nice race.
Like on his previous form, I mean, he can always produce fresh. He can always produce second up as well. So I guess there's a level of confidence where you'd be hoping he can do the same.
Yeah, sure. I think when he's fresh, he's a better horse. It's been a while since his last run, so I think he's a bit fresh still. And like you say, even his seconds up runs are pretty good. So, he's got a nice gate again, and I think that's going to be a big help. Nice
trial since then. David's kept him up to the mark.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a horse is going well. His performance has been really good in the morning. Seems like everything is normal.
Demands a bit more now, up to a mark of 75, but given his record around here, I guess that stands him in good stead, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, sure. The track and the way he handled the track, the horse, he knows it pretty well, and he performed so well. And I still think he's capable of being competitive in this rating. Let's hope he gives us his best again.